Hi, my name's Ned, and welcome to Smithcast.
Hi, today we're going to be making a mould, the mould for the sprues, sprues and risers. That's these guys here that you see on a mould, and well, there's actually just straight in cup onto this one, but then you have your down sprues, your runners, in your system. We're going to be using some wax for this. These are the bought in type. They melt at a really low rate. These are ones that we're casting ourselves. I like to have ones here that I've got the ability to cast my own up. Get them all different thicknesses, sizes. I've got sort of 25mm, 12mm, 6mm, and we're casting up this 9mm or 10mm between those two. So to do this, we've got to make up a little mold box. We've got to make up a mold itself. A little bit of work in it, but I think it's worth it because it makes you quite independent in the sense that you can make these up anytime you need them. I make up quite a lot, and I buy in quite a lot. So I think the best thing that I use for this, I'm not sure if we can do it anymore after COVID, is dental wax. You can get that from your technician, your local dental technicians, but I'm not sure that's going to be allowed anymore after the whole COVID episodes. But it melts at a really low rate. You get secondhand cheap stuff, you know, it's great, but again, I'm not sure it's going to be happening anymore. But you can't buy the stuff in, so that's good. But getting stuff to here now, there's just some difficulties with that. It does take time, so I do like to have the ability to make my own. It just makes good sense. So let's get to it. Show you the mold box, show you the build. We'll go through the build and cast a few of these. Okay, we're kicking off with this old mold that I used before. So we've got this will be the side, and we've cut the two ends. So with 10mm or 9mm boards. I think I can comfortably get about 3 in here. Could stretch to 4, but I think I'm going to go with 3. Just in this section here, we're just going to go with, I think 3 is enough by the time we get our markers in. So just marking off, I've just marked off actually, I have marked off the actual inside of the box in here. So I'll go halfway up here, we'll go halfway. We'll divide that into 3 and then put these guys together like this, and then I'll just drill through 3 holes. But we're going to hit this one and we're just going to come into this one and stop. So we'll have a blind hole in this side and we will have a through hole in this side. Two blocks. One will go on this end, on that end. I've marked them top, so they go this way between each other. Through there. Into the, oops, blind hole there. There. Let's be up this end of the box. And that end. Something like that. Then we kind of come up. They'll be down here, so we come up halfway along here. That'll be the halfway point. At this stage, we've got the mold box filled. It's quite a large mold box for this, but I use it for different things. So we've got halfway up there. You can see on the clay. This is the piece here where these 2 ends where we've drilled just straight on through here, so we can move this up and down. And on this side here, we're on the blind holes on that side, so they're just pushed in there into that wall. They go there and there. They will fit down in there. I just got to button that in, and that's ready for pouring. Well, we'll just make some registration marks. Just got a paintbrush sort of rounded off edge just to give us a registration marks, just roughly, for our mould. Should be enough. One other important element, I would say, is to have your mould sitting pretty level. It doesn't have to be absolutely level, but yeah, I mean, we're right in the middle there. I use these little wedge things you buy, so I use some of those just to kind of, you can use anything, just to get it level, roughly. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna sit pretty level. It's just whenever you cast the your plaster, you don't want it all up one side of the very thick here and very thin down there. That's really all you're just looking for. So we'll get the plaster into it. In with I've used a bit of hot water on this because it's quite a cold day. Get that in there. It doesn't have to be that precise. Just give it a bit of a rattle, not too much rattle. Okay, so here we are. We've got this flipped over, sealed again. We've just got to get some separator onto this. But I've used clay this side, and as you can see, I've just used these. I forgot to do this in the other half, but it gives it a little pouring cup at the top, so it's a bit larger than the actual sprue itself. But we've got them on one side anyway. I've brought this side up, so this will cause the plugs on the other half of the plaster mold. It'll all come together when you see it. So that's really, at this stage, this is ready for plaster on this side. We've cleaned up the pattern a little bit. This is us ready to go. And you can see here that, I'm sure you can see here, can you see here? The little kind of stops, they're kind of built in. So whenever I put this down, they'll run down to here and stop here. So what we'll do now is I'm going to put this together. I'm going to pour inside and get some sprues. So it should go over, fit like so. Okay, I've just got some, the rubber bands weren't enough tension to hold this together. So what I have is just these clamps for now. But the spring clamps would just work the same principle, but a lot quicker. So what I'm going to do now is set you up and we'll pour and then we'll release. If you move here, let's go. Just let them go. Doesn't seem to be any leaks, which is good. So yeah, just top them up.
I mean, you do this with any wax, but like I said, this wax melts really quickly. Okay, moment of the truth. Let's get some of these clamps off. So I can lift this up. Oh. Again, like I say, these clamps are a bit over the top. The spring clamps would be enough. It's just the elastic bands were not enough to hold that together. So, that's what I'm doing right now. Works, but it's a kind of a long-winded way of doing it. So, okay, let's see what we have. Won't come apart. Not too warm. It's one of the things you got to watch as well as pouring at the right temperature, because if they're too warm, they can. There we go. There's one. You can see the little stops I was talking about there. So we pour down and we stop. So let's see. We're going to release. Whoa, we are very tight. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're still a little bit warm. Anyhow, we still got it. There we go. There's a little bit of flashing on these, but I wouldn't worry about that too much. They are sprues, so yeah, not going to worry about that. So there we go. Back together and go again. So there we are. Okay, there we go. There's all the sprues made up so far. As you can see, it doesn't take much to actually pour and knock these out. Once you've the mold made, absolutely, you can be knocking these out, but it doesn't. The mold itself, you can keep, you can store. It dries out, the plaster dries out, but if you want to redo it, you just submerge the plaster again in some water for a couple of hours, and then your mold is good to go. Yeah, so if you've liked what you've seen, give us a thumbs up, costs you nothing. But even better still, a thumbs up and a subscription would be great. So if you'd like to see some more from us, until the next time, keep it lit.